Greetings, sisters and brothers. This is Brother HarKhuf at DeterMine-Nation. Peace in the mind, Hemp. Peace in the mind, peace in the heart. Okay, so on previous videos, I talked about the steps, the different levels one has to go through to become Magi. So that's done. Now I want to talk about what DeterMine-Nation, what do we do? Two main things right now is the training of Magi, and I'll go into that, what that actually is, on the next video. The other one is, the goal right now is to start a food, water, hemp, and cannabis collective and eco retreat. And it will be called New Ankh. So I wrote stuff down so I wouldn't forget anything. So, like I said, New Ankh would be the name of the collective. And that means, in the ancient Egyptian, in the Kemetic, Nu is primordial waters, and Ankh is life, or everlasting life. So it would be the primordial waters of everlasting life. And there's nothing right now more primary to our lives, to our existence, than food and water. The hemp and cannabis part will help make us self-sufficient, but definitely food and water is the main thing as far as survival. So we have three things that we're dealing with: survival, our survival; self-sufficiency, that means not depending; and self-determination. Okay? So right now we are accepting applications for 100 founding members only. Founding members being of Moors or Moor, African descent, 18 and over, and seniors are welcome. The benefits to membership is that it's for a lifetime. You know, once you in, you in. It ain't no more nothing. The retreat part is a place for you and your family in case of a personal, natural, or man-made disaster. Or for right now, once we have it together, it's just for health. It's just a retreat for health. You can come for healing. We're going to teach self-healing, etc. We'll have other teachers. And it's a learning. It'll be a learning place. We'll be learning how to live off the grid, things like that. And it'll be a place for enjoyment as a retreat. You can come for a weekend or for your vacation, that type of thing. The next benefit is profit sharing. Now, as it stands as a temple or church, the cannabis part, the growing of the cannabis, will just be for members only. We can only heal and distribute to our members. But we can have a business in the hemp and the foods and the water. We can have our own business. We just have to pay taxes like any other business owner. So, like I said, I wrote down some things. It says, see, we can only provide cannabis for our members, but we can have our own food, water, and hemp business. With the cannabis, we won't have to take, if you're sick, or you come up on problems, you won't have to take the toxic drugs. We'll be self-sufficient insofar as having our own medicines, cannabis medicines. The new Ankh foods will be organically grown by Magi in training in the Rites of Passage program. The foods will serve 5 functions. Again, self-sufficiency, nutrition, survival, convenience, and again, self-determination. So the whole program for us is based on what's called the Powernomics 12 action steps. This is Dr. Claude Anderson. You can look him up. So the first one would be to create an alternative economy. That's what we're doing. Dominate business ownership in our community. Well, our community is going to be our members. I really don't believe in trying to build back up anything in the city. We're getting out. Focus on wealth building. Again, hemp is like, that's where to be right now. Attract talent from schools, government, and corporations. We mean people with this. Let's get them jobs and stuff. Establish root businesses. Control all processes of the business. So as far as hemp and the other things go, all we need is the land, a seed, place a seed in the ground, harvest, process, and that's the business. So we're controlling from the seed to the retail, to the sale. Buy black, sell to anyone. Attract semi-finished products. We'll get deeper into that later, but that means that if I do Kung Fu and I wanted a weapon, I wanted a spear, I can buy the wood from somewhere else already carved up, but then I have to make the spear, put the point on it, and then resell it. Promote our competitive advantages. What that means is that most of us are unemployed. We got youth unemployed by the millions, just sitting around getting high, drinking, whatever. Nobody's training them, no skills. You understand? We got a workforce just laying around doing nothing. That's just one of the workforces we have. Elderly. You know, people just out of jobs. Homeless. We got a lot of workforce. Establish safe business zones. The retreat is going to be either in the mountains or the woods somewhere. It's not going to be in those cities. As a matter of fact, it'll be, you know, we're looking for raw land, about 5 to 10 acres. I'm in California, but hopefully find water, fresh water stream on it. Like I said, mountain or forest with lots of trees, commercially zoned where we can do what we need to do, and 40 miles from any nuclear plant. Out here that really wouldn't be that hard to do. So to break down those 5 elements, self-sufficiency. That's simply just to stop spending our money on food and products from other people. You understand? Bottled water, whatever, clothes. We can do all this ourselves. You know, you don't know if the food is GMO made. They said mostly everybody in America have eaten GMO food now because they don't have to label it here. You don't know who grew it, where it's coming from, how old it is. It's time to have our own food. It's not that hard of a thing. You know, we just need our own food and water, specifically. Nutrition, the next one. Do you know they are working on laws, and some of them are passing already, where they want to control the amount of nutrition in your apple, in food. They're doing it through radiation, whatever, but you can only have is something called Amaterius. You can look it up. You know, they can control the nutrition in the food, and they estimate that 2 billion people will die from malnutrition because of that process that they're doing, lowering the nutrition in food. Okay? Survival. That's the first law of animal and man and anything living. You know, when we start seeing something that's going to take our lives, it's time to start thinking in terms of survival. You know, so the change that was promised to us is here, and it's not good. Remember, he just said change. He didn't say what change was coming. Change is coming, and it's here. We're being shot down in the street. We're filling up the jails, you know, for profit. You understand? You know, come on, that's war. That's basically war. When you have a force, a group of people with military gear shooting and beating unarmed people, women, everything down in the street like dogs, that's war. It's just that we don't know that we're in war. We're not prepared for war. We're not trained for war. We're in a bad position because we don't have any food, any water. We don't know how to fight in this situation. Never did, never had to. You understand? So we look for just 100 people, their families, maybe their friends, and some business associates. That should make enough, just in case, you know, we have to all retreat to the one spot. Convenience. The way we will package and process the foods be like this. We grow it, chop it up, dry it. It don't lose any nutrition, it don't lose any taste. Dry it, then we're gonna seal, airtight seal package them, and this way now we can ship them to wherever you at. So when you get it, you can stack them for survival, for you know, survival, for storage. The way we're gonna package them and everything, they can be stored for years. Or you can carry it with you wherever you at and eat it wherever you at. So that's the convenience part. That we can get them to you. It don't matter where the retreat is, where we're growing, where I'm looking at. Even if you're cross country, you know, we're doing the Jenny Craig thing, we can mail it to you. The foods are based on the 5 elements of the Chinese or Taoist nutritional concept, and that is the 5 tastes, or the 5 elements, they say. You have hot, the hot taste for the lungs. You have the salty taste for the kidneys. You have the sour taste for the liver. You have the bitter taste for the heart, and you have the sweet taste for the spleen, pancreas, and stomach is thrown in there too. Now each of these 5 tastes you're supposed to eat up every day anyway, because each taste gives nutrition and energy to those specific sets of organs. You understand? So now the whole body is getting nutrition, because here in America most people literally go towards one taste, like sweet, and it's not even real nutrition sweet, it's the sweet from sugar. So even though the stomach might be getting energized, it's not getting nutrition. So a lot of these sicknesses are coming from over-energizing different organs, from eating one taste, etc. The other thing we're dealing with is the balance, or the yin and yang pH balance, and eating in season, etc. So the foods will be based on real thousands of years old principles. Okay, it's not just survival food, powdered eggs, and all that other garbage. It's going to be a new concept. So our water will be kind of set in the same way. The way we're going to package it and everything, you'll be able to store it store it simply with least space possible, and be able to carry it with you anywhere, and you don't have to worry about plastic bottles and all the chemicals and all the garbage from that. And we'll also be infusing the water. It'd be like a holy water, infusing the water with high energy. It'll be energy water. The food's for nutrition, for this part, for the body. The water's for cleansing, for hydrating, and you know, and for energizing. Alright, so I just had a side note here, is that this whole hemp thing that they're doing right now, you notice, of course, a lot of us are not getting into that business or whatever, for whatever reason that I know about. I've seen one. But they're bringing these jobs and stuff back to America so they can be self-sufficient again. This is for them. For us, the plan is jails, get shot down, riot. That's the plan for us. Die of malnutrition. They're not building any new schools, nothing for us, you understand? So it's a done deal. It's time to take care of ourselves. Anyway, whatever happens, nothing happens. If everything is peachy creamy tomorrow, if we start getting shot down in the street and all that good shit tomorrow, we still don't have nothing. Nothing. You own nothing. If you pay for it with cash, you really don't own nothing. I don't care if you got a big house, car, whatever. If you pay taxes on it, you don't own it. But that's another story. So as I said, the eco retreat is called the Solar Dome. Well, I didn't say, but it's called Solar Dome Eco Retreat. Or Eco Healing Retreat. So, you know, we've been waiting around for the New World Order to come. We've been talking about it in books and CDs. I used to sell all this junk in Harlem on 125th Street, so I know. People have been buying it, and they've been, oh, the New World Order coming. Oh, the New World, well, it's here. When you, like I said, when you start getting shot down, when you are the biggest population in jail and they're making money off of it, I think for us at least, it's here already. It's a done deal. It's not coming anymore. So we need a plan. You understand? We just react to stuff. Who's planning anything? Dr. Anderson, that's one of the first plans for doing something for African American, black, Negro, colored, whatever you call yourself. It's one of the first plans of action that I know about. I seen a big ass book one time like this, like black people gonna read that, on economics. We need a plan. If a personal or natural or man-made disaster happen where you live, to you, where you gonna go? You know, Cousin Joe or you know, Sister Mary, they might not have space for you. You understand? So we are looking for a small group. We have our own place to go.